now, innit? To be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Whereabouts are you from London?
Originally, Harrow, Harrow, Wembley
Yeah,
sides,
yeah, 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 yeah. I know where
Long
Harrow
time
is.
ago, innit? Yeah, you know where Harrow is, yeah, but basically there, man. I'm
Yeah,
born and raised in Harrow, so yeah, man,
yeah,
that's the hood.
yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of is it Harrow where there's a lot of Tamil restaurants there as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Wembley, Harrow, yeah, definitely.
yeah,
South
yeah.
Harrow.
I
South
mean, they're
Harrow is like a
everywhere,
little mini
but
Sri Lanka.
yeah, I remember because when we came over, when one of my cousins took us there to go have a feed, and I remember the name. That's how it stood out. But I've been like, I think my auntie, she lives in like Isleworth and near the airport and stuff. So
Okay,
I think
okay.
it's Isleworth or whatever. But my cousin's in central London now. She's obviously married and stuff. But she's like,
Okay,
she's OG London, man. Like it's the only one that was separated from us, you know. So
okay,
every time she
okay. I
comes over, she comes with that London accent. Yeah, then she drops some key, some words and shit. I'm like, what did you say? And then yeah, she turns
It's
around
like
to
that.
ask us, hey, what are you saying? So and it's crazy because
Yeah,
she's my first cousin, my sister, So
yeah. Crazy, the accent's mad. I say
yeah,
your accent's mad as well. Like we from London, you
yeah,
look at your accent, it's like, yo, that's mad.
yeah, yeah,
Everywhere else we go, they're like, yo, your accent, we think it's just normal.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, man, we grab a lighter, man. Still.
No, no, you're all
So
right, bro.
how did it feel being a new father and that?
Good, bro.
How does it
Good.
feel?
Like
Change your life?
yeah, massively, man, massively. I'm 34 now, man. I was saying to someone yesterday, actually, I had my nephew's birthday yesterday, and they asked me about it, and I said, you know, I feel like when you're in your 20s or your mid 20s, and it's not that it's unexpected, but when it happens, it kind of like, if you haven't kind of
Mm,
figured your shit out, it's a bit different. But I think where I'm at now, it kind of lined up really well. Like I have all the love to give as well. Not that I wouldn't
yeah,
otherwise, but
yeah,
it's a different space. Yeah, a bit older,
yeah,
and yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
Perfect timing for you, man.
yeah, but it's good,
Mm,
man. It's good. I wouldn't change a thing, bro. Yeah. So
yeah,
we'll see.
man.
Ask
I
ask
can
ask me in
I
our
can
next
smoke
podcast
on
in
your
about a
podcast.
year's time, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I will do. What was I gonna say? Man, I spoke on your podcast, yeah.
Yeah, fucking you can do whatever, bro. It's all good, man.
Yeah, but I won't smoke weed. Trust me, kids
Yeah,
don't do drugs. Smoke weed
yeah,
if you want, but
yeah,
don't do them
yeah.
other things. Don't put it in your nose and that.
Hey, that
Mm,
shit, that shit's gonna be normal here in a couple of years anyway, so it's all right.
yeah, I hope so. I
Yeah,
hope so, innit?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I dibble dabble too, so don't worry, bro.
Okay, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying, man.
yeah,
Everyone's got their
yeah.
demons, innit?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But man, it's crazy. First of all, thank you, bro. Thank you for giving me your time. Like it's the first time I've kind of done two time zones and trying to make it work. So I really appreciate you giving me your time too, man. I know it's probably Saturday night there, and you probably don't want to be sitting in front of a fucking phone talking and shit. But
Nah, to be
the
honest, I was with my daughter downstairs, literally.
oh, you got a little
Like,
girl?
obviously,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
got a little girl.
Oh, bless him, bro.
Three
Yeah.
years old right now.
Oh,
She talks a
beautiful,
lot.
bro. Yeah,
She was telling me to draw with her and play with her right now. I was like,
yeah,
look, daddy's got some commitment. She's like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna quickly go upstairs.
yeah,
And she's telling me to play with her. And my missus
yeah,
is like, oh, where are you going right now? I was like, I've got a podcast I've got to get to. I've given him my word. He's
yeah,
ready for 9 o'clock. There's a mad time difference. So,
yeah.
let me just
I
get
won't
this
take
over
too
and
much of
done
your
with.
time, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nah,
I
don't
won't
worry,
do
man.
that.
Take your time, man. You got time. I thought she said
Yeah,
go do your thing.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So don't worry
No, no,
about it, man.
no. It's all good. Um, yeah, like my older brother, he put me onto you, and obviously, I'm a big music fan, let alone hip hop fan, let alone especially when our people are doing some crazy shit. Um, you know, in other
I
places as well.
appreciate
So
it, man. I appreciate it. Love to your big brother. Tell him I
yeah,
shouted him
yeah,
out,
yeah.
man.
Hey,
Trust
it's
me.
it's actually my nephew, like his son's birthday today, so I'm gonna head off in about 4 or 5 hours to go kick it there. So I haven't told
And
him
have you,
yet.
what's your nephew's birthday name?
Jaden.
So Jaden, big happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to your dad as well,
Yeah,
Jaden.
yeah.
Nothing but
So
love and respect.
I spoke to him last night. I didn't tell him. I was like, I'm gonna fucking trip him out when I go up there today. I'm like, yo, guess who I did a pod with today? And I promised him. I said, you wait. I'm gonna get a hold of him and we're gonna do one together. So, hey, before we move, your pop's all right, man. Your dad's all right.
My
I know.
pops is fine. He's
Yeah,
back. He's fighting, and obviously recovering from COVID like that. He's
yeah,
still got
yeah,
some
yeah,
breathing
yeah,
issues and stuff, but
yeah,
you know, I had faith in God. God's never let me down yet, and he banged
yeah.
my. The doctors told us to say goodbye to him and everything, so we said
Shit.
goodbye on video call, and we thought that was it, to be honest. But my
Mm.
dad's a fighter, so he just
Yeah,
pulled
yeah,
through.
yeah.
You
Fuck
know,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, man.
So amen
Yeah.
to that one, man. Thank you for asking, man. I
No,
appreciate
no,
that.
no, no. That's all good, bro. That's all good. family. Enzo Westside, bro. Where does that come from? The name?
Where did that come from? First of all, Enzo just came from just giving the cats that name. I didn't want anyone to call me by my government name, so I'll be like, yo, yeah, call me Enzo, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's how it really started, Enzo.
yeah,
Westside came from growing up when I was younger. Obviously, we were huge Tupac fans,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
that's not the reason. To be honest, we were growing
yeah,
up. There was this
yeah.
growing up the older generation. They were like, we're West. So, and then there's this thing called like East London. So they had issues with
I
East
had a
London. They used to,
feeling. I had a feeling. Yeah, I
so,
had a feeling it had
so,
to do with some
so
location shit too.
it was
Yeah,
like East and we're
yeah,
West London. So not only am I a fan of Park, just so happens to be I'm from the West. So,
yeah, yeah,
that's where the
yeah,
West Side came through. And when I started doing music, I thought, you know what, let me just bring it back. I'm just gonna still rep the ends, innit? I'm not in the
yeah,
field no more. I'm out there doing what, all this what youngsters do out there with their boys messing about,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm not really doing all of them things right now. I just thought, let me just preach, and I've got stories to say. I thought, let me just preach, and maybe some kids will listen to me and be like, all right, cool.
mm,
I don't want to glamorize it. I wouldn't say
mm,
to people listening to my music, yo, this is what I want to be. I want to go start trapping. I want to grab a gun. It's not all, glitz and glam. I've lost
mm,
people to this, so
mm,
speaking from experience. So yeah, that's
mm,
why I just wanted to do this for my daughter. When I found out that I'm having a baby girl, I looked at my missus and I told her, look, I can't be doing what I'm doing, innit?
mm,
And as she was getting older, I'll be honest with you, as she gets older, the more and more I'm scared to miss out. Like I don't want to miss out even like 2, 3 days without seeing her. I can't go even a day without seeing my daughter.
mm.
So like I just started focusing, channeling all my energy into this music. And you know what? God's got me. And one day we'll hit the heights, man. I'm gonna put Tamils on the map, man. Just be ready,
Mm,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Trust me.
Well, hey, my eyes, you're already doing them on, bro. It's just a matter of, different levels, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Come on.
yeah, I
Keep
noticed,
getting it.
man, as soon as you flicked it on, I saw the puck poster, and as you can tell too, if I lean to the left, it's right there, bro, sitting in the
Yeah,
back.
man.
So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a
man.
massive pup. Yeah, man. So I could feel it. But I knew I had intuition inside. I was like, I knew you were a Puck fan. Obviously, I've been catching your content. And I knew you were a Puck fan, but it's something telling me that there's something to do with where you're from as well. So I'm glad I had the right, I had the right idea in
Yeah,
my head. But
yeah, you got the right idea. Trust me, it
yeah.
wouldn't just stop random. So certain
Yeah, yeah,
people will say,
yeah.
"Oh, this guy's got a nose stud, and
Yeah,
now
yeah,
he
yeah.
thinks he wants to rep West and all of this." It's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, man. Come on,
Mm.
man. Shit,
Tell
certain
me a little
people
bit.
lying in their rhymes.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about it, like your childhood, bro, your come up and what life was like, bro. We'll get into the music stuff too, but I've got a couple of questions, so yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
growing up was a little
Yeah.
rough, I'll be honest with you. For that, of course, I'm not going to sit there and say I came from a broken home because I didn't. My mum and
Mm,
dad were always together. They always tried to do what was best for us. You get it?
mm,
But there was times where their parents were struggling. So
mm,
when they were struggling, I saw that as a kid, even watching them struggle. And then, me, I linked up with a couple of friends of mine. Shout
mm,
out T, and he's my best friend. He's my Cody, my rider. So we just used to make ends meet. But with me and him, as long as as long as one of us had money, we both eat. And
mm,
it's like we got into that kind of we had to try and fend for ourselves because our parents couldn't give us certain things. As you get older, you see, there's only so much your parents can do. When you get to a
mm,
certain age, you want to look good, you want to chase your girls, you want to get some
mm,
money, but like we had to go out there and find our way to get the fresh Nike kicks, the fresh Jordans. You get it? So
mm,
I'm not gonna lie, we started robbing, stealing, doing dumb shit kids do, and then we started working our way up, doing little petty crime, and then obviously shout out to my boy. He's not he's been deported. The
oh
feds they got
shit.
time,
Yeah.
trust me, because he was a menace to society.
Yeah,
Shout,
yeah, yeah. Fuck.
trust me, but
Yeah.
he's a good guy. He had a good
Yeah,
heart,
yeah,
but
yeah,
he
yeah,
grew up.
yeah.
He had a tough life. So yeah, then we
Yeah.
started getting involved in bits and bobs. Some things I ain't proud of. I'm not gonna mention,
Mm,
but yeah, man, we're here anyway. We made it out of there anyway. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, man.
I mean, around that time as well, man, when your parents migrate, obviously it's, well within our community, well within our culture. We know that there's certain areas that, it's pretty much, it was built for migrants, right? A lot of migrants migrated there. And, that's that kind of environment you kind of grow up in, right? And from
Yeah.
the sounds of it, that's kind of what it was like that from where you're, like how you grew up in, your environment as well, right? It was, almost a kill or be killed kind of mentality, right? And
Pretty much. If you didn't know
yeah,
the right person or you were in the wrong spot, you were getting it. And to be
yeah,
honest, it's just the way it is. We
yeah,
didn't ask for it. We were just put up in that environment. You get it?
yeah,
So we had to
yeah,
just adapt to it.
yeah. It's not
Mm.
too. It's not till I went overseas and really saw it. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, man. As bad as it sounds, there's a sense of pride as well. You know, when I went down to Scarborough as well, when I came down to London as well, and went down to Toronto, there was a sense of pride because it is a bit different, especially for Tamils overseas. Like, you know, I never really got to appreciate it, but I'm glad when I did. I was old enough to really understand and see it, and really go there and see how everyone was kind of moving, and you know how they were, and you know, certain places there's even just the self-respect is not there. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to get the
100%.
respect first, and then everything else
We
kind
had
of
we had
follows.
to
Yeah,
earn that.
yeah,
We had to earn that. They used
yeah,
to think that they didn't know, they couldn't differentiate who Tamils were
yeah,
and who like
yeah. That's
Indians were.
crazy. Yeah,
You
yeah. I heard
know?
about that. Yeah,
So at one stage it was crazy out here. Like once you say that you're Tamil, most people are like, what, you a Tamil tiger? All right, you know what, you man are
yeah,
crazy, you know. You get
yeah,
it, yeah.
yeah.
So
That's
we
the
had to
first thing
earn
they
that.
say, eh?
It
Yeah,
didn't it didn't come out of nowhere. So we had
yeah,
to go earn that, man. It was quite
yeah,
hard growing up, man. But yeah,
yeah,
man, I wouldn't change my life for the world though. Everything
yeah,
happens for a reason. You get it?
yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have those stories to tell. Do you get it?
What
Yeah,
got you?
man.
What got you down the music lane, bro? What started getting you kind of interested in that lane of wanting to put music out and stuff?
So I'll be honest with you, bro. Like when I was growing up, I never really thought, yo, I'm gonna be a rapper. Or I want to be a rapper. Do you get it? I just wanted to, like, when my boys in the middle drinking up, we'll put beats on, and then they'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, freestyle, man. I'll be running a little zoo. Them man will be drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be freestyling, and they're like, yo, you're cold. And even my boy T used to be like, yo, man, you know all the Tupac's bars word for
Mm,
word, and
mm,
you sound sick. You got that voice, bro. You should start rapping, bro. You can
mm,
freestyle. I'll be like, nah, bro, rapping ain't for me. Plus, I used to be like, bro, I'm Asian, bro. And I was like, you see an Asian rapper trying to do big things here? Nah, bro, what's the point
mm,
of rapping? Do you get it? I don't want to bait
mm,
my face out like that. Do you get it? And
mm,
then
mm,
like it was like a hobby thing. You sit there and I used to tell people like, I can't write, bro. I can't write music. I can freestyle
mm,
all day. And
mm,
then like I told you, it was that day when I went to the hospital and
mm,
then the nurse was scanning my wife and I was like, yo, what we having? And then she's like, I'll tell you at the end. So it gets to the end now, and I was like, okay, cool. Can you put me out of my misery? So what is it? A girl? Is it a boy? And she looks at me. You're having a baby girl.
mm,
And at that precise moment, every guy, you know what they say? They want
mm,
to. Every guy always says, "I want a boy first." Do you
mm,
get it?
mm,
Every guy always says that. I was one of those. I'll be honest with you.
mm,
And my bad. I don't mean to offend anyone or the ladies,
yeah.
but I was like, "What? Are you sure?" Like,
Mm.
and my missus like, that's so rude. And I was like, nah, I'm not saying it like that. I'm not trying to be rude, but like,
Yeah,
are
yeah,
you
yeah.
sure? Like, you get it?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
sure?
yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then I started laughing and like,
Yeah.
I'm 98% sure that you're having a baby girl. I was like, all right, cool, that's calm.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good with that. And you know what I'm saying? I took it on the chin. But
Mm.
that day I walked out and I told my missus, I was like, look, all this stuff that I'm doing, I need to stop. Like, I've
Mm.
got a girl. Even if I had a boy, I'd be like, all right, cool, you're a man. You can be a man one day. Do you understand?
Mm.
But
Mm.
as a female, every girl needs a dad. And I slowly started stepping away from certain things I was doing. And I said, babe, I'm going to start focusing on this music thing. Everyone said I got it, I can do it. But let me just put my time and effort into it. Anything you put time and effort into, you can master it. So then here I am, a couple of years later, people listen to my music. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe like you want me on your podcast and
Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah,
listening
yeah.
to me. Like you get me? It's just mad, isn't it? It's
You know what's
crazy.
funny? When I reached out to you, I put myself in your position. I was thinking he's probably fucking tripping out that the guy from Sydney is fucking trying to get in touch with him to, you know.
Yeah,
But that's what it's
yeah,
about, bro. Now we live in a world, bro, where like, you know, it's not just passing CDs, bro. You can put shit online and someone from the other
yeah.
side of the world can get in touch, you know. But that's what
I
it's about.
appreciate
Like,
that though, man.
nah,
You
man.
reached out to me and I said to you, I told you as well at the time it wasn't the right time, but I'm like when the
Yeah,
time's right,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm a patient man when I want something, bro. You know, like you, I'll go get it, but I'm happy to be patient. You know what I mean? And I knew,
yeah,
man, I
man.
knew like with whatever you're going through, like what I wanted, what we wanted, what I wanted to do was was like nothing compared to what you were going through. So I gave you your space, man. I knew when the time was right, we'll link up, you know.
Yeah, man.
And it's the
And here
same,
we are,
it's the
man.
same here, man. Like, um, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could say it's the same in terms of just the courage and the unity and the you know the drive to fucking you know want to make something out of yourself, let alone represent your culture. It's there. I wouldn't say it's to the level that it's in. I wouldn't say it's there to the level of some of the other places, especially like Toronto or London. You
Yeah,
know, it'll get. I feel like there's a rise, just not here, but a rise internationally. I think, like people just don't want to hear the same shit anymore. People just don't want the
yeah,
same identity that's been around. So now all these fresh new cultures and their influence and their music is starting to be received differently. And I sense there's this massive rise where, you know, even though we can't physically claim where we're from or land, I think our
yeah,
voices and what we represent is going to be a world unity, and I think there's a massive rise. And even here, I mean, like I personally, for me, I grew up not only just like I used to rap a bit, by the way, in the early 20s, like when I was in my early 20s, I built the studio at home and shit. Like, yeah, I used to go by oh fuck, I wish I could show you that. But yeah, I used to
tell
go
me
by
something, or you got at
I used
the
to
end of
go
the
by
podcast. I
Bugsy.
want to
Yeah,
hear
I'm
it
on
or
YouTube. I'll
something.
flick you some links, man. Hold up, one second,
Yeah,
one
go
second,
ahead.
one second. It's something that my mate made for me, but this is me, bro. This is like
Hey, okay.
yeah,
What was
yeah.
this?
This is some time ago, bro. So I'm 34 now. This is when I was about maybe 23, 24. But the problem
Okay.
again, bro, the problem again was you got to find the right people that are willing to hustle with you, right? You talk about consistency, you talk about putting in
Mm,
work, right?
mm,
When I was kind of doing it, man, I threw everything, but you know, the experience that I went through with that ended up kind of laying the platform for what I'm trying to do now. But
yeah,
you know, too many people just give up, bro. They want success overnight, and I keep telling them, I'm like, bro, like when we were making the music, I'm like, bro, I'm thinking 10, I'm thinking 15 projects before we even get heard. Like that was my mentality,
yeah,
I was like, we just
yeah,
got to keep
yeah.
making music. But I grew up around combat sports, bro, so kickboxing and boxing. So
I
like
get it.
I've competed in it, and I still do it to this day.
Oh, yeah, that's mad. I
So
love UFC. I watch UFC
yeah,
every
yeah,
weekend.
massive UFC head, bro. Yeah. So like
Oh,
so that's kind of like that's where a lot of Tamil started to kind of, even here it was very rare, bro. You wouldn't see a brown skin motherfucker get in the ring, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And then
yeah,
like, and it was like one day when I was training, another Tamil kid came over and he joined the gym and he goes, man, you're like the only guy I know that does this shit here, like, and there was a sense of pride, I felt like,
yeah,
like I may not set out to achieve, like I didn't do it to be world champion, but at least like you said, bro, you open the doors
yeah,
and let the next generation come through, and they'll end up making use of that
yeah.
road that you created for them. You know what I mean?
You,
So
yeah, you open a door for a lot of people,
yeah,
man. I swear to
sometimes you got
God,
to
that's what it is.
be, yeah, you can't be selfish, man. Sometimes you got to be the person that that ends up creating something for someone else, but someone's got to be that person to break the door down first.
Yeah,
So
man, we're trying. We're still trying to
yeah,
break that door down. But I see,
yeah,
I think that I've noticed that look, we started when we came into the scene, like there wasn't that many in the UK.
yeah,
And all of a sudden, I see a lot of youngsters doing their thing, trying to
yeah,
come out,
man,
and
it's
the
crazy.
Tamils
Yeah,
especially. And
yeah,
I'm proud to get it. I see, look,
yeah,
look at all of us all getting up and they're trying to rise up and try and really
yeah.
chase their dreams. That's what
Mm,
we set out to do, to be honest. I wanted to
mm,
show people that, yo, it don't matter where you're from, you
mm,
can do it. If you just put your like mind, heart, soul into it, you can become whatever you want to be. Do you
mm,
understand? That's what I want
mm,
to do.
mm,
If even if I inspire the next generation, I'll be happy, man. My job's
mm,
done. Do you get it?
That's the way I
There will
think,
be a
bro.
Tamil
So
superstar one day. There will be a
yeah,
Tamil superstar one day.
yeah,
Trust me.
yeah, yeah.
Word.
Um, so and then okay, so then you kind of you told yourself you were gonna get into it and you were gonna give
Mm.
it a go. What happened from there,
Within a,
bro?
within a week, I was in the studio. Like, imagine it was me and
Yeah,
my boy Kill.
yeah, nice. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
it was me and my boy. We were in this. At the moment, we're chilling in this Beamer, rolling a couple of spliffs at the
yeah.
time. And I was like, "Yo, listen, I want to do this music thing." And he can rap. Trust me. When growing up, I used to look up to him because I never used to write music. I used to
Mm,
freestyle, but he used to write and rap to me. And I'm like, "Yo, bro, Kills, you're mad. You're sick." Yeah. So now I'm like, I need your inspiration. And he's like, yeah, we can do this. We put a beat on. I swear, within 20 minutes, we had Keys to the Mirror written, literally finished. We were going back to back and we put it on Link Up TV. Literally filmed the video within 2 weeks of that and then released the video. And I never really looked back. Do you understand? I never really,
mm,
and then just so like me and Kills got into a little disagreement over a video shoot for one of our upcoming tapes. So
yeah,
this is how I see that, fate always plays its part. And me and Kills were good, like we're good friends till this day. So friends have disagreements. So we had a little disagreement about a shoot, and he must have told me, listen, I'm not even coming for the shoot. You're gonna have to do some other song in it. Yeah. So I must have said something that pissed him off, and he's like, you know what? Fuck you. On the day of the shoot, yeah. So I was like, bro, I've got everything booked. You know, the venue, everything. My boy is pulling up with his mix and that, yeah. So he's like, yeah, I don't care, bro. Like, you should have thought about that before you like talk shit. And then so I was like, what am I gonna do today? So then I must have ring up, okay, Paname. I don't know if you heard of Paname from Tamil Grime. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard that song Ready Ready. So basically, just so I didn't even want to give them any clout in this. But to be honest, they were good friends of mine, but we don't talk no more because they're little snakes. But that's another story, innit? So I rang him up and I go, listen, my bro, I've got cameraman, everyone coming. Do you want to do that video for your tune that you recorded? Because I thought it was a banger. Do you understand? So I thought, let me just help him out. And then he's like, oh, I got a haircut, if I'm ready, let's go do this video. So then I must have done this video for like featuring for this Tamil Grime lot. So that song alone gave me quite a bit of attention in the Tamil community itself. Then there was a little like there was a buzz, and so I just ran with it, innit? It just I'm saying I never looked back, to be honest. I've got a new tape dropping. After this is done, I'm gonna take your number. I'm gonna drop you a couple of singles from that tape.
Yeah,
so you can
fucking
have a
hell.
listen.
100%. I appreciate it.
You can
Yeah,
tell your
fuck
brother
yeah.
that as well. You can
Yeah,
tell your
yeah,
brother
yeah.
that
Yo,
you're staying in
yo.
the now, yeah. You
Enough
get it?
said, bro. Enough said. Yeah, send it through, man. And I'll do my, yeah, and I'll do, the due diligence here, bro, and I'll let it be heard as well, man. Like I'll make sure
Yeah,
people
make
hear it.
sure.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah, yeah.
genuinely, man, it's not even. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, 2, 3 days ago, my cousin's wedding is coming up, so we were going to go try some suits on, and I was like, yo, I got this, I got this guy Enzo Westside jumping on my thing, and I was like, check him out, and you're talking about them, your mates telling you use every word to Puck's song, word for word. If you
Mm,
ever come down to Sydney, bro,
yeah.
I'll get a bottle of whiskey. You sit here and you chill with my cousin. I'm telling you, it's fucking reckless. It's the same guy, bro. He's a fucking menace when Puck's song comes on. He's just word for word yelling at the top of our fucking lungs, bro. So I showed him your song, and it's not even about being a Tamil and supporting you, bro. I genuinely think you fucking make dope music, bro. I really do.
I
And
appreciate that, man.
it's just a bonus. It's just a
Yeah.
bonus that you're my brother. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's just
come
a
on, bro.
bonus, But you
Yeah,
make
I
dope
appreciate
music,
that.
man, and I'm fucking excited, and I hope you stay in your lane and you keep fucking pushing through because I really do think you got something, bro. And
Yo,
you know, I ain't no Quincy Jones and shit, but I like to think I know my music, bro. So
1 second, I'm getting a call as well. Sorry, man. I'm on
no,
my
no, you're all right,
phone.
bro. You're all right. You're all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's calm. I had to just put the phone down on them. But yeah,
yeah.
man.
No, that's all good, bro. That's
I
all good.
appreciate the help, man. And it's
Yeah,
people like you that make me want to carry on doing what I'm doing.
yeah.
So
No, it's
I try.
important, bro. It's important. Some things like you said, man, you don't, sometimes you just got to know what the end game is and focus on the end game and let everything else, work itself out along the way. You know what I mean? And that's the
100%.
most important thing.
The
Um,
journey is the best bit
yeah,
about it. I
yeah,
believe, trust me.
yeah. And I think that's with anything, like when people ask me about me competing and they ask me, I said, man, sometimes I don't even remember the fight. I just remember what it took me to get there, losing the weight, the fucking discipline, everything. I said, that's
Exactly,
all I
exactly.
remember the sleepless fucking, like just, getting up and then going to work, coming back, going to training, coming in, eating, going to sleep, getting up, doing it again, like 6 days a week, every day for months, And I said, that's what I remember more than anything, because I'm
And
like,
people don't remember the sacrifices we
yeah,
do. They don't know the
nah,
late
yeah.
nights.
They just see the
You know
end
what I'm saying?
result, bro. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And the
yeah,
people wanted to jump on the bandwagon after, man.
yeah,
Yeah, man. There's a lot of shit. People go through their own problems and stuff. You understand?
yeah,
And yeah, man. But in this day and age, I feel like, our own people don't really support, man. The people that I feel like the
yeah,
people that I know personally,
yeah,
people that
yeah,
know me personally,
yeah,
don't support like the strangers that, for you, example,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
you'll support me. You're like, but I feel like, it's always the people next to you, man.
yeah.
And it's the same
It's
with
weird,
how,
eh? Yeah,
yeah, it's weird how the world works. And you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I just feel
yeah.
like people need to change, man. You
I
got to show each other love, respect. Do you understand?
100%. And it comes down to that, man. And it's I think that's something that I've learned in my journey is just like you, bro. Like like I wanted to start a brand. It's called Mercenary Entertainment, which is what we're on right now. You can see the gold symbol. It's kind of it's a clear glass, but right where the mics
Yeah,
are, yeah, you can
yeah,
see
I
that
see, I
book.
see.
My alma gave me that book. She passed away in November
Oh,
last year, October, but it's called
okay, lost my
The
bro.
Rise and Fall of a Tamil Nation, and that book changed my life, bro. And when I read
Yeah,
that book, that orange book over there, I realized I
yeah,
had a lot of work to do, bro. You know, for her as well, but
yeah,
but you're right, bro. Like one of the things I remember is everything I'm doing now, man. Everything I'm doing right now, talking to you, everything I'm trying to create. I want to create a pop culture and a thingo brand, but I love entertainment. Like, bro, ever since I was 19, 18 years old, the first thing I would do every morning to this day that I'm talking to you, the first thing I do, I get my coffee and I go and check out what's happening in the music scene. You know, I go watch all the videos, the podcast, the content, and I fell in love with it. And I didn't realize all those
yeah,
times while I was trying to figure out what I want to do with my life that I was actually falling in love with something that felt real to me. And
yeah,
so basically what's happening in America and what's happening in Europe and what they do with content and what they, you know, create the different, you know, different spaces is exactly what I want to replicate here. I felt like at 20 years old, I saw it, but I said, hey, in Australia and Sydney, we're babies still. We're not ready for it yet.
yeah,
We don't know how to go
yeah,
about it. And I was thinking this shit back then. And you know, when you speak it out to the universe, bro, sometimes you gotta kind of you don't really look to your left and right and realize, man, you're speaking to a bunch of people that just because you grew up with them or just because you know you had a drink with them and you do things that are kind of in the same space or lane and it's convenient. You realize it goes through 1 year and comes out the other fucking year. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
expect them to embrace. You expect people, especially people you trust or you call friends or family, to embrace
yeah.
your dreams, to embrace, you know what
Mm,
I mean?
mm,
That what you're hustling and trying to do. And it was a big lesson. And especially in the last maybe, you know, few years, you know,
mm,
maybe before that, I learned to disconnect from it. You know what I mean? I learned to
yeah,
disconnect from it. And I realized, man, you look at all the most successful people in the world, bro. If you really listen to them, they all thought the same. They were just someone like me and you that fucking went down.
yeah,
You could catch them. You
yeah,
could catch them down at the corner store. You can catch them down at the
yeah.
fucking. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they're just like me and you know. And the difference is that they didn't let anyone else get into that space in their lane of what they're trying to do. And I always tell people, it's not till you do what you really want to do, you realize
Yeah,
who gives a fuck about you. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah, yeah.
mean?
I'll be honest with you. There's been
Yeah,
times where people told me, "Yo, man, it's a bit too late for you to be jumping on music, doing all this other shit. You want to
yeah,
jump on music now, man? Should have done this about what 5, 6 years ago, man."
yeah,
And you know, try to downplay like, "Oh, it's too late, man. You're not gonna amount to shit, bro." But at
yeah.
the end of the day, I'm a lot further like from where I was when they were telling me this. And now they're
100%,
sitting there
which is
listening to my
crazy.
music saying,
Yeah,
"Yo, when is your next tracks coming out?"
yeah.
I'm like, "But didn't you tell me that you should just, pack it in,
Yeah,
bro? Like, you get me? Like, it's just
yeah,
mad.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
And
about belief at the end of the day. You believe in
yeah,
yourself, then no one can tell you can't do anything. Do you
hundred
understand?
percent,
That's what it
hundred
is.
percent. And people that don't have that same mind state can't fathom what it's like and to even just be like, yo, 2 years ago, here's where I was. 2 years later, I'm so far ahead from where I was, you know? So imagine
Yeah,
where I'll be 2 years from now and then 2 years from there if I just keep doing what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And
well,
end of the
yeah,
day, I think people are just afraid. They want certainty that shit's gonna work out. But the truth of the matter is you're never gonna get certainty shit's gonna, you
yeah,
know, and that's the fucking
yeah.
that's the beauty of it. That's the fucking beauty of it. The beauty is not having that certainty, but knowing that, hey, I just gotta every day, every week, put in the fucking work and just you know small levels just keep leveling up
Mm,
little by little you know and then in the end you see that fuck you turn around like I've been doing this shit like properly for 2 years now like my big vision what I want to do for my legacy my family my kids and everything and I left my full-time comfortable job you know and everything originally I'm back like balancing both but man, I just said, fuck it. I walked away, you know, and it was tough, man. 2, 3 months.
you have to have balls to do that. So hats
Yeah,
off to you,
my
man.
wife putting food on the table, and you know, as a man, fuck, it's the worst. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? It's the
yeah,
worst
yeah.
feeling, bro.
Well,
Whether, you
trust
know,
me, trust me.
yeah, you know. But she supported me, and bro, like now, I just know I could see where I'm heading. You know what I mean? And I know that it's there now. I can balance both, but just pulling the plug on something that comfort zone, you know, and anything you want to do, anything, and I've come to understand if you really, really want something
Yeah,
it's gonna be
your
fucking
comfort zone.
hard, but you gotta do it,
And
man.
get
It's
out of
not
the
gonna come
comfort zone. That's
easy.
what it
Yeah,
is. Get
yeah.
out. People just wanna. People, what it is, they realize that they sit in
Mm.
there, they get their 9 to 5, and they wanna like I understand that that's cool. It's cool to be
Yeah,
content with life.
yeah,
Yeah, do you
yeah,
understand that? But then
yeah,
people out there that do their 9 to 5 and they just want to sit
yeah,
at home. There's people that do their 9 to 5, still finish like yourself. Look, your
yeah,
9 to 5, you still finish and you work on yourself.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
understand? You work on yourself and your dreams,
yeah,
what you want to be.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
people are happy just getting the money to pay the bills, sitting at home watching TV all weekend.
Mm.
Do you understand? But it's not the way to be, man. I just say everyone, everyone's got potential to be whatever they want. You just to get up off your ass and gain it. It's not going to come to you overnight success. No such thing.
And I think you got to be real with the fact that the people around you ain't gonna fucking see things the way you do. And sometimes you just got to accept that. If you don't accept that, you're gonna be in that same fucking cycle, man, where it's just gonna be like, man, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? And I think sometimes you got to accept it. And like touching on what you were saying earlier with Tummels and supporting, like, yeah, man, like I'm, you know, I'm very like big on that. At the same time, I feel like, when people, man, they come out, they talk about representing and they talk about, celebrating, and they're like, the term being real and all this, but, you know, I feel like a lot of people, man, they live in this facade, because they know you're doing shit. They know that, like, and how hard is it? I always tell people, how hard is it to these days go on the IG? There's a little arrow there, click it, share to story, and bro, you're helping that person out. You know what I mean? Now, how much did that take out of your life, bro? Nothing. It took nothing out of your life to do that. But even in this little fake world where people are caught up thinking that's reality, they're afraid of what everyone's thinking, bro. They're afraid of what everyone will think. They're waiting to see you get solidified by someone that they respect, and they're like, oh yeah, man, I've been a supporter of yours. Yeah, really? Because like, fuck, bro, I've seen you, man. Like, I seen you see my story. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know how I
So
know though? Like, see, people message me, say, I've been your supporter, yeah, and I'll
yeah,
flick through, see how many times I share my music, it'll be like zero.
yeah,
But you see, it's
yeah.
just crazy, man. But it's all love anyway. You know
But you
what I
got to
do?
accept the fact that that's what it is, and that's the beauty. And then again, like what you said, man, when you start to accept that fact, it's the strangers, bro. It's the people that aren't in your vicinity, bro, and they show you way more love. And that's why I say, like when you meet certain people, you're like, man, it's like I've known you my whole life. That's not a coincidence. It's the same vibration, bro. You guys are vibrating at the same level. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't need to know someone for 10 years. You don't need to know someone for 15 years. You can meet someone for fucking 3 months, and you'll be like, yo, it's like I fucking grew up with you. It's because you guys are thinking the same. And that's something I learned about life. So now all these strangers, bro, even here, all these people outside of my community that are fucking writing for me, bro. You know what I mean? That are trying to help me out, opening doors. It's fucking crazy. But, that's why I don't get too caught up in this shit. You know what I mean? As well, I'm like,
I
listen,
see
you can
you're a
say what
firm
you,
believer you're a firm
yeah,
believer in the universe, innit?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
see positive energies, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
can
I'm
see
big. I'm
that,
big.
man. I
I'm
have
big with
coffee.
that, man. Yeah, I'm big with the spirituality and the idea, the understanding, and because that's
Yeah,
kind of what life has taught me, growing up.
yeah, yeah.
But this project that's coming out, bro, anytime soon or this year sometime, or is
It'll
it?
definitely be
Can you
this
say?
year.
Can you share any little details?
So the detail is I'm going straight back to basics, as in straight back to basics, how I started it off. Absolute grease. Yeah. So I wasn't really too happy with the last tape that came out, to be honest.
Mm.
So I thought this one I'm gonna take time. I'll send you two of those tracks from there. It's not gonna be a big. It's gonna be a little EP, maybe 5 tracks
Yeah,
max.
yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna release 1 or 2 videos from there. Then I'm gonna
Mm,
release the tape for you guys. But yeah,
mm,
man. Hopefully within the next month or two, you'll get the full tape. But in the
yeah,
meantime, we'll have 2 videos by then anyway. That's
yeah,
guaranteed, hundred
yeah.
percent.
Yeah. What's studio time like there, man? Is it like is it easy to kind of check into a studio and create a project without it? Is it like do you have to stack up a little bit financially to kind of go do
Nah,
projects? So is it easy to check in the studio? Yeah. Cause shit's expensive
everything
here,
costs.
bro. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, yeah. Like shit's always
Yeah,
expensive.
everything costs here. It's like
Yeah.
anything from like it's £30 an hour for the studio.
Mm.
Okay, so once you've laid the track down, then if you want to get it mixed and
Mixed
mastered,
and
it's a
mastered.
hundred
Yeah,
pound
yeah.
a track. So bearing in mind, he's paid for like just say 2 hours, 3 hours in the studio, and now then you put one track down, and you got to pay £100 for the mix and master. So you think about it. So it costs, and each video costs. The cameraman costs anything from 5 to 6, and then whether you want to get location, studios, and that.
Yeah, it all starts adding up, building up.
Everything adds up. But that's what it is. Like you got to be able to put in money towards your dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You have to invest in yourself. And that's what it is. That's what I keep doing. It's not like I'm making money off the music. It's not like that. Do you get it? It's not enough money anyway. You're making a little bit of money, but it's not enough money to get it. So the music has to start paying off eventually. But you know, I ain't gonna stop, man. I ain't gonna stop.
And it's not even just music. Stopping. It's not even just music, man. It opens doors in business side of things too, you know. So it'll open other doors for you, you know, connect with other people as well and look at other things as well, you know what I mean? We're gonna get that Enzo Westside merch as well, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah.
My brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got these hats there, man. These 3 stripes.
Oh no. Yeah. What does that represent, bro?
3 strikes is like, you know, it's these.
3 strikes. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I see it now. Nice.
Strikes. So nice. There you go there.
Nice.
So that's the hats that are coming last year.
Nice.
You've got the trackies. I've got the tracksuits for them as well. So here you go. Yeah. You know, we're working, bro. We're not sitting there static. You know what
yeah. Fuck no. Yeah. Nice.
I'm sure you're gonna like this though.
Yeah, that's fucking dope. I saw it when you were pulling it out. Nice. Yeah. I love the concept, bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Merch is coming soon, bro, man. Soon come.
Yeah. Fucking no, definitely. What's life like for a Tamil growing up, bro? Like where you were, and I know we slowly kind of touched on it, but what is it like? Even what is it like now? You know, like especially with a lot of there's a lot of I guess whether you call it music or whatever it is, content, but like I told you, man, I get this sense in my heart. There's a rise, and I feel like we got a chance to really connect the dots everywhere, you know. But what is it like? What is it like right now?
Well, well, growing up, it was like, you know, there was always people that, you know, Tamils like to fight each other. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
It's still like that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what our parents struggle so hard to get us to this country, this foreign country. I'm saying they're getting away from war, bearing in mind, right? They just want us to have a better life. So we come here and we Tamils fight each other. I don't get it. Do you understand? You know, like people. I don't know how it's like over there, but it's places that I know where the Tamils are like quite prominent, like France, England, Canada, and stuff like that. I just see, Tamils are just fighting each other. Like, what's going on? I don't get it. Even to this day, in London, I feel like the youngsters growing up heavily influenced. Do you understand? I thought it would die down with us or something like that, but it just didn't. It just continued, didn't it? That these kids right now, they're born in maybe 2000, and maybe like 18, 19, 20. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's still the same. I feel like nothing's changed. Do you get it? And you know what? What I tried to do was, I tried to change that. Like, I tried to put some positive messages. Like, some situation happened. Like recently, like some people from East caught me slipping. So obviously, I'm the mouth of the West, according to everyone. You understand? So everyone's saying, obviously, people that are looking from the outside, people that remember me when I was younger, obviously, they don't know my life now. Do you understand? So I don't know these people, but I know people have got problems with a lot of people. So imagine I'm minding my business and a car pulls up next to me. Yo, Enzo. I must have been like, yo, this is only like 6 months ago, bearing in mind, not even that long ago, right? So I'm like, what's going on? And these are Tamil brothers as well. So I'm not gonna I don't know who these brothers are. So why should I expect anything? I can just see by their face. They're like, yo, Enzo. I can already see these men are on smoke. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't even know these brothers. So I'm like, what's going on, my brothers? You lot good? So I've gone to the driver's side passenger seat, yeah? And I can see he's holding on to something, maybe a little whatever it is, a little weapon, whatever it is.
Mm.
And then I'm looking up at him, and then he's like, "What? Westside? What, bro?" Uh, and I was like, "Yo, what's going on? What's with the hostility, my brothers? As far as I'm
Mm.
concerned, I don't know you two.
Mm.
You understand? I don't know you two brothers. Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, you know this brother called Tower. You got this brother called Tusi or like whatever." So I was like, first of all, I don't know no Tower. Yeah, because I don't.
Mm.
And they must have seen this guy in one of my videos. Obviously, a bunch of kids come and support. You know, in the background they chill. You know, in my Pop
Yeah, yeah,
Smoke
yeah, yeah,
video.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
must have been like, "Yo, have you seen this? He's in your Pop Smoke video." I'm like, "Bro, there's 50 kids in my video. Do you reckon I know all these kids that are pulling up to my video?"
Mm.
Yeah. And they're like, "All right, cool. What about Tusi?" And this brother, personally, I know him.
Mm.
And I'm not one to deny it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to deny people that I actually know. Like, at the end of the day, I've never been that type. I was like, "Yeah, I know the brother. He's good friends with my cousin." So they're trying
Mm.
to provoke me right now. And I get it. I
Mm.
used to be that guy. Yeah. Obviously, I've got a youth to think about and everything now.
Mm.
So I'm trying to play it smart. So I'm like, yeah. And they must have been like, "Yeah, that guy's a faggot. Your
Mm.
cousin's a pussy." So obviously, I was like, "All right, cool, my bros. That's your opinion." You
Mm.
understand? Everyone's got their opinions, but there's always going to be people that you like that I don't like, people that I
Mm.
like that you don't like. But
Mm.
that's just the way life is, my bro.
Mm.
As
Mm.
far as I'm concerned, I don't have no issue with you lot. And they were like, "All right, cool." And they shook my hand and they left. Do you know
Mm.
what I done? I thought, what's all this beef about? The same brother that came to my face and tried to come at me like that, he messaged me on Insta, right? And he was rapping in Tamil, and I thought he was pretty hard. So I thought, let me jump in the studio with him. Let me squash the beef. So you know what I'm saying? If you go do a track with one of these so-called ops or people that are after certain people that I know,
Mm.
I thought we'll squash the beef. So I tried to squash it. I wanted all Tamils to get together. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all this
Mm.
beef. You know, and it kind of backfired. Like everyone that was standing next to me and I was helping,
Mm.
like turned around and tried to stab me in the back. Do you get it? So it's just, that's what I'm trying to say. I've learned, bro. Tamils are ungrateful, bro, in this country especially. I get
Mm.
more love from strangers across the world than
Mm.
I do from people in this own country,
Mm.
like
Mm.
in London especially. Do you understand?
There's nothing
It's
different here,
mad.
brother. There's nothing different here. You know, I think we're getting to a better place, but it's again, it's what I told you, right? It's all this facade. That's what I was touching on earlier. I don't get caught up in this bullshit because when it really does come down to it, man, them motherfuckers have got
Mm,
like a voodoo doll waiting to fuck you up, and that envy, that just the envy and the jealousy, and you know, it's just they
yeah,
don't they don't I don't get it. They just don't want to see you if you do something great. If you're trying to do something great, the first thing they're trying to do is shoot you down and fucking bring you back down. You know what I mean? And I just don't get
yeah,
it, you know. But that's why I don't get caught up. I don't get caught up when, you know, when we're all trying to, you know, represent and celebrate, you know, certain moments in our culture and whatnot. And, you know, because I know these same motherfuckers will turn around and talk dirty on you the moment they get the
yeah.
chance. You know what I mean? So
They'll tear you
I'm
down,
not
man.
fooled
They
by
don't.
that fucking beautiful, you know, messages and shit like that. Cause I know, you know, I like, you know, cause even with my journey in the last, you know, whatever, in my 20s and stuff, I needed my people to back me. I needed my people
Mm,
to be
yeah,
like, yo, let's push, you know. I went to other Tamils, bro, that and said, yo, that could make music, that could produce music, and say, yo, man, I would really want to make music. We should get in and stuff. And they would say the most absurd shit to me, you know what I mean? Because they would act
yeah,
like they were established, and they would act like I had to fucking, you know what I mean? And you know what's funny, bro? Them motherfuckers are fighting with each other. Them motherfuckers don't talk to each other. And now
yeah,
they're looking at what I'm doing or whatever. And I'm not saying that they're trying to whatever, but it's like, yo, let's link up and talk. You know, I love your hustle and this and that. I'm like, yo, that's, you know, I've been like that, you know, but
When I
I
needed you,
I
you
got
weren't there. That's what you gotta tell
yeah,
them.
yeah, you know what I mean? And it was at a different time, and that's why I don't get caught up in the bullshit, because I'm like, man, all that nice talk is all good till you know, you find a reason to fucking hate on something, and then you know what I mean? So
Mm,
it's like you know, that's the part I don't get, because that's what my older brother, he's always used to tell me as well. He goes, man, like, you know, you see different cultures, man. You know, they may not like each other within themselves, but if they see one of their boys get fucking jumped, if they see one of their boys thing out, the whole fucking, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But it goes
yeah,
here, when you get into fights, you see Tamils with like, you know, you see Tamils with like other Asians or, you know, Arabs, and you know what I mean? And they like laughing at you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, you
yeah.
know, yeah.
That's dumb, dumb. Yeah.
So, you
Can
know,
I tell you a story about
yeah,
London, though? I'll tell you
yeah,
one thing. You know,
yeah.
that one time we were growing up, we were young, right? There was a lot of Tamils in our area anyway. Like one time we were in a shopping center, right? And at the time, we had some beef with some Pakistani brothers. But what happened is all the Muslim brothers at the time, like they all stuck together.
Mm,
Whereas Tamils, we used to like obviously beef each other,
mm,
but we were around the same hood, so we had respect. They didn't really mess with us. So one time we got into actual fight with one of these Pakistani brothers. So we're fighting up and down this um shopping center. I kid you not, I still remember. Yeah, we were outnumbered. There was more of them than there was us. Out of nowhere, I see Tamil uncles, like random Tamil brothers that we wouldn't really stick around, stick together or fight together, chasing them up and down. Do you understand? So
mm,
it was like when it came down to it, Tamils did stick together like
mm,
that. If
mm,
it
mm,
was ever like another race on us or something like that, I've
mm,
seen it once in my life where I see
mm,
random people, uncles coming and chasing, helping us out, and I'm like, yo, what's going
mm,
on? You understand? So
mm.
yeah, man. I can't say we're all bad here, but
Nah,
it's just
100%. No, I agree. But I think that we need to change it from it being a rare thing to a common thing. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I think that's and it is much better now. Like I think a lot of even my generation were much older heads. We start to realize, like we fucked up, by just not supporting each other at a time when probably we needed to support each other the most. You know what I mean? And that's why I
yeah,
tell the
correct.
younger guys, like there's some young generations that are doing like cool shit with each other, creating like, supplements and things like that. And one of them was on my podcast and even not on my podcast afterwards, I told him, I'm like, what you guys are doing, that's what it's about. You stick together with your mates, stick together with you guys and keep creating amazing things, man, and keep pushing, because this is what we needed, what I saw with them and 5, 6 of them and what they were doing. I said, that's what we needed. We needed that kind of love where you trust each other and support each other and say, hey, what can I do to help you? And vice versa. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and so I would never turn around and have a bitch to them about what it was like for me. I'll turn around and just tell them, hey, like you got to be better. If you ain't better, then we failed. You know what I mean? We failed as older people and I guess
Mm,
older heads
mm,
to pass on a positive message and be like, yo,
mm.
you guys should be sticking together. You know what I mean? And actually
But let me
create.
pass the message to you though. It's never too late. Like even right now, if you love
Mm,
music and you can
mm,
you still consider
yeah,
yourself an artist, because
yeah,
deep down you would. If you were
yeah,
producing music and making music when you were 20, you'll
mm,
always be an artist in my eyes,
yeah,
regardless if you're 50 years old, 60 years old.
yeah,
If you still believe in
yeah,
yourself, what 33 you're telling me,
yeah.
still young. You
Yeah.
can still
Well, I'm creating art in a different way. Like I do, like obviously, I've done some short documentaries which I'll flick to you from my YouTube, man. I actually did on a Tamil woman. It's called The Migrant's Tale. It's a project that
yeah.
I had in my head for 2 years and I filmed it. And it's basically, the idea behind it was to link the young generation to the old generation and get them to understand that, hey, like our parents didn't want to put our parents weren't just telling us what to do. They were telling us what they believed that they were able to do from what their generation older than them told them. They limited them to thinking this is all we can be. And
Yeah,
so all
yeah,
they all they're projecting on us is, hey, this is what you can do, this is what you got to do. Now, why do you want to do music? What money is going to be in music? All that.
yeah,
That's not hate. That's just what they were told and the glass ceiling that they were given. And the whole
yeah,
idea of
yeah.
this short documentary was to get people to understand that, like look where they came from. You know what I mean? Look where they came from. This is all they were told they could do. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. One second, my boss.
now you're
Two
on, my
seconds.
bro.
2 seconds, yeah.
No, you're on, man.
You're gonna be us. I just take
No, we'll finish up soon, bro. We'll finish up soon. It's all
I
good.
just 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10
Just
minutes.
max.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy, max. Yeah.
Okay. I
But
got
yeah, man. So
my
yeah,
boss.
like yeah. Well, my son's name's Ovian, and that in Tamil Sanskrit that means artist, bro. So
Okay.
that's what. Yeah. So artist is in
Nice
me,
name,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's in me. So and that's why that's why I appreciate other artists, and because it's not fucking easy, man. It's not easy to do it. Let alone believe it and project it out to the world. But I believe it's getting better. I believe that there is people that are, supporting it, whether it can be better. I truly believe it can be better because it's the age-old concept. These guys don't understand in numbers, bro. You can do so much in together than alone. You know what I mean? It's such a
100%.
basic concept, but it's like I can't believe people don't fucking see it. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know. So
Blind. Trust me.
yeah. But yeah, man. But listen, bro, like hopefully one day, bro, we get to actually link up. You know, I believe in these things. You know, if I hit down London, I'll make sure I hit you up, you know. And vice versa, bro. You always got family when you come here, man. So
yeah, man, I appreciate that, man.
You let it be known.
Me,
yeah, for sure, man. Anytime. But
I appreciate it.
Nah, like I said, bro, I appreciate your music. I'm looking forward to your next project. And yeah, like I said, man, fuck the haters, bro. I think you're fucking dope, man. And I think, man, I think I think you stay in this lane, bro. It's you know, it's all gonna come, bro. It's all gonna come. And
I appreciate that, man.
But yeah, man. But yeah, nothing but blessings, bro. And like I said, man, I appreciate you, and it makes me more proud to see it's my brother, same skin, and you know, it makes me more happy, bro. Like I said, that's a bonus. You know, I think you're a dope artist first, but it's a bonus that you're family, bro. So always know, bro, you gotta support it here, bro. And that shit ain't gonna change.
Love, though, man. I appreciate the genuine love, obviously. I send my love to your family, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Likewise, man. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I'll catch you soon, huh?
Oh, my brother, west side to the world.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you send me those tracks too, bro.
I will do. Send me your number, innit? And I'm
gonna
save it.
Yeah, fucking up. Yeah. You can do it on WhatsApp or some shit. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna email it to you furthermore. Let me email it to you.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
And then let me know what you think, innit? Just DM me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Sounds good, my bro. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Take care, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.